We're already having technical difficulties.
The old concrete jungle, eh?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Look alive, Ryan. You're alive. Jazz hands. It's so funny. It's like that you're in the right seat. It's like it looks off balance.
All right. Here, what does that say in the corner? I don't know if I'm doing this right. I hate that I'm bad at technology. It makes me
No,
feel
it just says
older.
that comments will appear here.
Okay. Don't need any comments. All right. Chris, take a seat. Make sure
We'll edit this out. We're live. We can edit it out.
Is this how you go live? This is really how you do it?
Yes, AJ. You've
Right.
never gone live on Facebook?
No. Remember, only that one time.
Oh my gosh. Only that one time.
Okay.
We got a noob here.
Noob. That's what the kids are calling it when you're don't know how to do everything.
You're novice.
Yeah. Novice.
Nobody. Shale Khan would say.
So, Church Kid Stories Season 1 recap. We're just gonna talk about some of the things that we've seen in anticipation for Season 2. So this is Ryan, this is Chris. Familiar faces. You may remember Chris from such episodes of Shattered Glass and Shattered Glass 2. So it was that time that we were playing at the church. We had this cookout, yada yada. Our church was smaller at the time, but my dad was like bringing people from the church into our house. We had this cookout, and then there were some of us who were left at the church, mostly kids, and we were running in. Oh, they were running in and out. I wasn't running. I was sitting on the steps because I didn't want to play tag anymore. And these guys were running in the church and out of the church, and it was like one door was open on one side and open in the front.
So it's like a circle. It's like, in the church, out of the church, outside, come back around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly.
And
And
saw that coming.
Chris. So they locked Chris out of the church instead of just going around to the other door. Yeah. And he just kicks the he just kicked it like
It's like, you ever,
he just,
that's
that would have made a smooth transition had I said it a little bit later. So he kicked the door, the glass shattered.
It's like, it's like you ever you ever just look back at the beginning of the day, you're just like, man, when I woke up this morning, I did not think that would happen. And man, it just got really real really fast.
I used to think, when I got up this morning, I didn't think that I'd be in danger of getting beaten at some point during the day.
No, but it's like the reason, you know what I mean? It's like, if I get in a fight, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But this was gonna cost him money. It's like, fights are free. Shattered glass, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing. Oh, and didn't we have the guest church that night too?
I don't think we had because we had the cookout.
Oh yeah, we had the cookout. Yeah, so it's like now everybody's sort of going to the what is that? It's like they're going to the crime scene. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Chris, that's what you did. We're going in the church. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody gasping. How you doing, Pastor? Okay, I did it. Shut up. Take a picture. It'll last longer. You know what I mean?
And it did. So that was that glass. The glass that we got to replace it. We never got.
There was no.
We never got the. Yeah, we never got the address put back on the door.
So Resurrection. Resurrection Center. That's why I don't got a 1060 on the door. That was for me from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Totally. And so even that was the scariest part because we knew that somebody was gonna get in trouble. But see, I was like, you know what? I don't want to get in trouble because, being the oldest sometimes comes with that responsibility. You catch a fallout beating because, you know, because you shouldn't have allowed it to have happened. Of course, that wasn't the case this time because nobody could have seen that coming. I definitely have gotten it. Both of those times when you and Marky had broke those. There was a time. Sidebar from the previous story. I'm going to tell another story. There was a time when we used to do all kinds of things because my parents both worked first shift at one point, and we played basketball in the house. The thing about me was I knew when to get out at the right time. I knew when to stop playing. Like, you know, if you almost break something, or like I just feel like that's God's way. He's like, yo, all right,
get us riled up,
all right,
though.
Yo,
you can't get cats riled up and then stop and be like, all right, guys, enough. It's like, yo, where are you? They're mid game.
We almost broke something, and so my mom, she used to have these, you know, like these, what do you call them? Like the
decoration glass cups with the dish, but then you have like the 2 side accessories,
which is a wash because I don't know why. Like when you have kids, you know that you can't just have stuff for like decoration.
They look like wine glasses with potpourri in them.
Right. Particularly the boys. You want to be able to have nice things in your living room, like for show when people come over or whatever. If your parents forget that, like just 80. Listen. I don't want no glass.
We don't got the good plates at my house.
I don't want no mirrors. Like
you getting a great plate just like everybody else.
Yo, it's styrofoam, bro. We so
tired washing dishes.
My mom, you know what I'm saying? Like she was always like she had like just stuff. It was like mad stylish. Like the living room was mad, you know. And so it was like we're playing basketball in there. Like she had these. It was like these two glasses. And then like this big joint in the middle.
The big plate.
Yeah, Marky and Chris, like we're throwing this basketball's like this big, like this plastic basketball, but we're playing in the living room because why? Because kids are stupid. And so we, you know, like we're doing that in the living room, almost broke something. I'm like, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm not. We
took the ball, AJ. You're the oldest.
See, you no accountability. So like, yo,
take the rap, man.
So there's one time Chris broke one of the glasses. One time Marky broke one of the glasses. I super glued them back together and turned them around because when you super glued them, the glass wasn't clear anymore. It looked cloudy.
It looked like somebody, like you know what I'm saying, like exactly. On the glass, like trying to clean it.
And so I put the potpourri back in it and turned it around so you would never see it because it was our job to dust and to keep things clean. We had chores and whatever. And so, and the reason that this happened was because Chris, he didn't do chores. He didn't, to this day, my parents wouldn't have known until it was time to throw those out that they were broken. But the reason that one day one of them came home fussing.
No.
One of them.
No, that's not what happened.
What happened?
Mom came home from work and so she looked at the glass. She was like, "Oh no!" She was like, "Seems kind of foggy."
It wasn't dusted because the table wasn't.
No.
Because the table wasn't dusted.
Honey, it just happened to it happened to have caught her eye.
DC, bro.
No, it happened to have caught her eye. She was like, "Oh, that's foggy. Hold on, let me wipe the fog off." The fog didn't come off because that was super glue. And so then she was like, "What happened?" And we didn't happen to get a whooping for that one.
No, we did. Because I did. Oh. And that's the point of the story is because I got beaten by association. Not because I didn't break it. It was him and Marky that broke the glasses. And I got beaten because they should have been playing ball in the living room. I should have told all of this stuff. Like, I'm not a snitch.
Oh.
Supreme snitch.
AJ.
Supreme snitch.
Listen, Paul, let me just...
What is that?
AJ,
episode 14
AJ,
or 15?
AJ.
Supreme level snitching.
Listen. Way to take one for the team, bro. If I can give you, you know what I'm saying, like some sort of reward for that, but you a real one, you know what I'm saying? So, you're a real one. That's all I can say.
Yo.
What a thank you 30 years later.
Like, so I get this beating because
he was trying to help us out.
I'm the oldest, trying to keep them from getting a beating. I ended up getting beat too. So you know what I'm saying? Like you would think, as we ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, he did that. Mom, he did that.
like, yo, but the one time that it would have paid to not have snitched, yo, this guy. So I don't know. I think it's episode 14 or 15. He's like, we're not supposed to be listening to secular music in the house. We already knew that. We all know that. But we were constantly doing things that we shouldn't have done in the house. This is not the only thing that happened that we weren't supposed to do. But
so dirty.
We're playing, yeah.
Old dirty. Woo.
Like, you know, my dad, he would throw away all of my rap tapes, like everything, like, you know, like I had to record like Ready to Die mad times, yo. Like he threw that away, and then it got to the point where it wasn't even in the regular trash. Like it would just disappear. So I'll go to sleep with something in my Walkman and just wake up and it was gone. And so I didn't even realize that they checked on us in our sleep like that. Like yeah. So you know, so this time we would play basketball, right? We playing basketball, we blasting the music from the videos, MTV, like MTV Jams would be on the middle of the day, that or BT, like they play music videos. Now they don't do that no more because they got like mad reality shows, but in the mid-90s, BT, MTV was the music. That was the way to go. It was great. And so we're blasting the music, like playing basketball outside and stuff. Like Chris wanted to watch his shows in the living room.
Nickelodeon.
Like, and Nickelodeon was great. I'm not here to dispute Nickelodeon's greatness because Nick Jr. was great. Maya the Bee, David the Gnome, all that. It was.
I was like the afternoon lineup.
It was great. It was fantastic. Eureka's Castle. You know what I'm saying? Like
Salute Your Shorts.
Salute Your Shorts.
That was sad. That was Saturday. It was like during the week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
yeah.
anyhow. We're
Rugrats, Doug,
Ren and Stimpy.
Good Lord, guys. You know, like Chris is upset because he can't watch his shows in the living room. Like we playing music outside now, so which is why I'm not going to tell it, but he would do as he did sometimes when he wanted mom and dad to notice that he was sad, and so so he goes to dad. It would have been easy to just be like, yo, like they're not giving me a chance to watch the TV upstairs. But no, he goes to dad and says,
I had to eat it.
He's like, they're watching. My dad's blood boiling because he wanted for all of us to live saved, and he wanted for all of us to preach and to do all of that. But Chris knew the exact words to say to get this guy on his side, and so he says this, and I couldn't help but hear from over here from where I was eavesdropping, and I'm like, yo, and so I'm like, yo, it's like I was like, hold on, like, yo, hold on, wait, like, oh no. And so yeah, we didn't get a beat in that time, but we definitely had a lecture that ended up in everything becoming more strict for a little while too. My parents got tired of overwatching us too much, and then so, but it again, snitching, supreme level snitching. I suggest you watch that episode. It's
what's so funny? You know what's so funny? I'm paying for that now. It's like, yo, it'd be a snitching contest between my two oldest ones, yo. Like, yo, y'all really trying to get each other in trouble, yo. It's like, well, yeah, 3 weeks ago, and then it was under my bed, and you said that it wasn't there anymore. Oh, yeah? Well, remember that time last month when you ate the last Twiggy? Like, bro, I can't get mad. I can't get mad. I'm like, Chris, you brought this on yourself. Like,
so there was that.
I'm paying for it, y'all. I'm paying for it. Gosh. Like, I don't do chores. Yeah, I did chores for the last 20 years I was at the house when y'all left. All right? So I paid my debt.
Yo.
I am burden free. I serve my time.
Hold on. Wait a second. You're not gonna downplay the trauma of everybody else.
Oh yes, I am.
Those we had some brutal New England winners.
Oh yes, I am.
Marky and I are shoveling, and Chris is making snow angels, and then he goes inside because it's too cold out.
and you know what my punishment was? I was the one-man band when y'all left. Rain, sleet, snow. I was the one-man band for everything for years. So yes,
hey,
I have paid my debt. All right,
I'm
free and clear. No,
I got some kids, man.
I'm free and clear, so I'm guilt-free. I'm free and clear. I paid my debt.
Listen,
I paid for my sentence.
not to me. It's like every time.
I'm sorry.
Every time it's time to cut the grass, it's my turn to cut the grass. Not because they didn't take turns, but because he and Marky were so bad at it for like they would leave like those mohawk strips in the grass. So I have to go over it. You know why? Because I was better at it at the time. I'm not gonna forget that. It's a thing that happened. Of course you got better over time. It's like, but I'm not gonna no. It happened. It happened. Over and over again.
Hey John, that's life. Listen.
What can you do?
Jesus. You know, there were other episodes. Supreme level snitching. Shatter Glass. There was the Kick It episode, and so this was so hilarious because Ryan has never been like super animated to begin with, like just. He's just mad. He's just mad low key.
Like it's the epitome. You better do this, or I'm gonna whoop you.
Yeah. So
and, the cold stare that he got as he was rapping, yo.
everybody had like that solo or whatever that they had to do when like when they were in the kids choir. So
now
Ryan, like, now mind you, when your grandmother is over the kids choir, you definitely don't get any leeway.
None.
Ryan, but see, the thing for me, I had to sing songs. Everybody had to sing songs. Ryan was asked to rap, which at the time was really dope because it's the mid-90s.
That's the part everybody wants.
That's when, like, you know what I mean? Like gospel rap was like bad. It was really hype.
Right.
Like people wasn't saying like the lyrics wasn't like super dope or nothing like that. But
the fact that they were rapping and we weren't allowed to listen to rap, so the fact that it could be an excuse to listen to rap, I'm like, yo, Nanny threw you an alley, man.
Like, yo,
I was fine, man. Like, I was fine.
He's supposed to be coming up like, yo, Kirk Franklin is on there like, yo, I know that he can handle it. One day and so he's like, but Ryan, in hindsight, I'm gonna throw you the alley-oop because this just wasn't the type of person that he was. The only time that we ever really saw Ryan get hype was if he was getting beat. If he was playing video games or sports. That's the only time. Any other time, Ryan really doesn't break character. So he's supposed to be like, yo, Kirk Franklin was like down on there doing backflips in the, the video. So it's like, like you're watching film, the DVD of God's Property, yo, like
it's a VHS.
It was VHS.
Yeah, from the Christian bookstore, yeah.
VHS.
Yep.
Yeah, Google that.
Ran that
so,
back.
so like what he say? He's like, he'll say getting raised and dead 500
punches on my Jesus fast.
So then, but there was a point at which he was supposed to be like, yo, like Kirk Franklin was like, kick it.
No, he was like, let's kick that old school beat.
Like, yo,
like that.
The choir was so hype, yo. The kid, like, Kirk Franklin was everything to children, yo.
He was like, he was living in us that day.
Yo, we was so hyped to sing that song, yo, and so
this guy killed the vibe.
Yo, I mean, like, but the funny thing is that if there had been a video, it would have been even more hilarious because you could see everybody else was like, yo, everybody, like the rest of the choir was like, yo, go Jesus, go Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like we was all on that vibe. Everybody was moving except for Ryan.
Well, I'm gonna say something.
He was he was standing perfectly still.
No, I'm gonna just say something. I'm gonna just say something in his defense. It's not help. It's like those Easter speeches. You know what I'm saying? When people record it, what they don't know is that on the other side of that camera is that parent going like this.
Also, this wasn't like a regular Sunday. If I recall, we were singing at like Rebecca Johnson in the auditorium when this happened.
Hey Ryan. But she was going at you like this. That's intimidating. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those eyes just.
5. like that. Like I was 5.
They don't care.
I was 5.
They don't care.
So he's all like he's just like he's standing perfectly still, and then he gives it a smooth kick it. Like he really just had the mic at his mouth and said kick it.
No. It was a defeated one. He was like kick it.
I was 5.
I guess.
Jesus, go!
Like, I guess he can handle it. God.
I was 5. That's all the.
No one cares.
That's all the defense I had. To my defense, I didn't lead songs. I'm not a singer.
That's why you were rapping.
I'm not a choir person. I didn't even have the whole rap. I literally was just responsible.
You're just saying stuff in rhythm.
No, I didn't. Somebody else had that.
You're talking in rhythm.
I just had kick it, and I did what I was supposed to do. I said my line.
Well, anyway,
kick it.
Anyway,
bro, this was one of the most epic times. But like, so now he can never live this down because we're at random times. As if you were, I don't know how long you've been watching, whatever, but like kick it comes up awfully often, and so that was. Now is that kick it episode, which like everybody seems to have one of those stories of why they either got to be in or deserve to be in church, and so like that's why my man Cordell was talking about how his grandmother beat him because he had got because he told her that he wasn't gonna review the lesson. And like, like you definitely don't get up in front of church and embarrass your parents or your grandparents, He told her no. Go back to that episode because that was hilarious. And I mean, you guys know how Daniel's New Bethel is so he said she had taken him to the upstairs. And everybody heard him getting beaten.
Sound traveled real well
through the vents,
bro. And so it was like I could definitely identify. Well, I got the most beatings out of everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my brothers, like these cats, I don't know that they got enough, but you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely can't say that. That I didn't deserve the majority of those. There was this one time mom was in choir rehearsal and I was like 6, and I just like took it upon myself to go to the store because there was no other kids in choir rehearsal that day, and I was just like bored.
It totally makes sense in your head.
Yeah, and he left like like before rehearsal started, and so I'm 6 years old. I'm walking down Bay Street going, and I went to Shell, like the Shell gas station, and I came back, that was the time, I don't know if you ever seen that movie Mommy Dearest, like the lady the lady beat her kid with a hanger, mom whooped she whooped me like you have to pronounce the H before she whooped my butt. You understand? Like now this was a whooping that I never forgot. This was like a moment in time because I'm 40 and this happened when I was 6 years old. So 34 years ago, my mom taught me a valuable lesson.
This one was beating history.
Like, yeah.
35 years.
So so we have that, of course, Chris though. And like for everybody to be there, hear it.
Like I said, it was
Bro.
It all fit like a puzzle. Every single event,
So
like but in every wrong way possible.
We're in the basement, and like he was like right above the floor that we were. I mean, like you could hear everything. Like you could literally hear everything. Like he was. I mean, like you know the stuff that you say when you get a beat and that you like you don't want to you don't want nobody to be copying you. Like yo, like he's like I'll never do it again. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like yo, like yo, it hurts. Like yo, it's supposed to hurt. Oh, like
So you try to come downstairs. His times is rough.
Bro, it was it was very silent for a second. And then Chris didn't make it any better because he's just like sniffling and looking at everybody like what?
I was talking like that cat from House Party, yo. That stutters. Was that no.
Mac down.
That Thin Line. Yeah, he was on House Party, but he was also on Thin Line.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll go downstairs, Dad. Like, oh my gosh.
Yo.
Like, I heard you getting the starter beat out of you, but he beat it in me. What are y'all laughing?
Oh, you know what I'm laughing. Yo, you get a beating. That's like in all your friends is like undeniable. Everybody is there. You can never live that down, which he never did, which is why we told the story. There was that one drunk guy that had come into the church that time and sang the theme from the Wonder Years.
I get by with some help from my friends.
That's right. I get by with some help from my friends. I will never forget.
Got a song in my heart.
He had on a blue. Like a blue suit, but it looked like it was from like
in no time, like so
yeah.
So you're right. So it was like so the collar, you know what I'm saying. Of course, the top of the collar was unbuttoned. Didn't he have Chucks on too? Some red Chucks.
Yo, it was like he looked like he was like going to the prom in 1974.
He looked like He looked like he looked like Kramer. So with much shorter hair.
So. Needless to say, times were hard. Like so he gets up. I mean, so mom, she's like, she's getting ready to get up because they did how they used to do like the welcome when you visit the other churches. I don't know. I don't even know why we do that. Why do we say like you do the thing where you make one of the kids, you're welcome once, you're welcome twice, you are so welcome in the name of Jesus Christ.
That's the thing that they did.
Like so they had that going on, like and so so the visiting church is supposed to give a response, which was getting ready to happen.
We feel so welcome.
Yeah. We're gonna praise with y'all, and we're gonna clap our hands, and we're gonna stomp our feet, and we're gonna praise the Lord together. Yeah,
we're gonna essentially be in church.
And so this dude, I mean, like my mom was getting ready to get up to do this. This guy gets up on the mic and it's immediately like, yo, what's going on? Like, because, just being, I mean, like, we thought, well, I don't know what the adults thought, but we thought that it was like a member. Like, so, like, yo, I don't even remember what my dad preached that night. Like, I thought about this the whole time. We laughed about it all the way home. But this guy gets up on the mic. He's like, oh, yeah, I got a song in my heart. If you know it, you can sing along. He's like,
what would you do if I sang that tune?
We just stand up and walk out on me.
He crooned
in your ears and I'll sing.
He crooned that song.
He crooned.
Bro,
that's incredible.
So top tier awful. It was. I mean, like this is like one of those. This is one of the reasons now why when things happen in church, like I can't not laugh. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not even to be rude to people. I can't look away, and I also can't stop laughing. So it'll be, like whatever. When somebody's singing terribly, when somebody falls, like, I can't not laugh.
Or
so,
when someone loses a wig.
Like when someone loses a wig.
Yo, that whole praise until my wig fell off, yo. That went super viral. I never thought that would have went viral, yo.
Hey man,
I was like, yo.
it's one of those. It's just one of those things, and I so really the reason that that we even started doing it because every time like we would like get up, well, we don't always get a chance to hang out. So every time we get up, like we start talking about like the times when we were kids or like just like different different instances, and it will always
time.
like it would just be like oh yo, you remember this when this happened, you remember when that happened, and we would always just end up laughing and all of this, and so felt that it was something that universally church kids would just be able to appreciate because like yo, it's like stuff happens like legit hilarious. Like I don't want to start saying stuff because we're gonna end up saying other things as what I'm saying, like that's in this upcoming season or the one after that. And so you know what I mean, like, but just to just to say like yo, Church Kid Stories I thought have been a pretty decent series. I know that I mean I can laugh at myself, so you know what I'm saying, like it never was a question for like for me, like I don't care telling embarrassing stories like the time that mom had taught me about the birds and the bees, and then like I went to the Christmas pizza party and was like, it said I'm a virgin, like I'm like 7, like nobody said anything hilarious or smart, like you should be like no, but just a bunch of things like that. I mean, maybe I have a better recollection, not necessarily because I'm older, but because like I was particularly the one who was always doing stuff, even though
that's why he got the most focus.
That in a nutshell.
Failed to mention that part. He was always doing something.
Or getting us to do something. Like we were never the ones that planned it. I'm the youngest, so I definitely had no plan.
You were the trouble point guard, yo. Yo, you were the point guard for Team Trouble. Like, yo, you were the Chris Paul at point, yo. You facilitated everything, yo.
He threw us all the lobs to our demise.
Yo, he would run the offense, set the play up. All right, so Chris, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start ruckus right here, and so Ryan, you're gonna come around back, right, and then you're gonna cause a distraction so that I can safely get the way you get the cookie jar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't realize this was a roast. Okay. I admittedly did the most things. I think that's noted.
That's understating it.
But I'm not going to take responsibility for everyone getting in trouble because everybody didn't have to be involved. You see, you can say what you want. Hey, he was oldest. He had most influence.
You made it seem like it was the greatest thing as a sliced bread. Like
I wasn't able to keep glasses from being shattered.
Listen, next to grown folks' business, we wanted to be a part of what you were selling. So we just got duped.
It wasn't just a me thing. Also, kept guys out of trouble at different times. Not times that I can remember immediately, but it happened.
Yeah.
So
he was a trouble starter, but he was a trouble starter with a heart of gold.
Right. That part. Also, we just were talking about a time like I was trying to keep you guys out of trouble, and I ended up getting a beat.
Oh, I said you had a heart of gold.
Yeah. So we would just want to put it out there. Season 2, Church Kid Stories coming out. If you haven't seen it, you can go to YouTube, Soft Spoken Prophet TV on YouTube, and it's its own playlist. Like you can literally binge like that whole season, episodes 1 through 20, and it'll bless your life. I thought it was funny, and I don't think everything is funny, but I think a lot of the stupid stuff that we did was funny. Like there was like one episode that Reese was talking about where her mom lost her wig. Oh, you talking about all the wigs? You know, like, that was awesome. There were a few in there. Had a couple episodes there. He's talking about his mom thought that he did crack because of his rap lyrics.
That's what you derived from that.
That's just trying to show you a song. Good Lord. It's like, he'll beat me down for my testimony. By the way, he was not on crack. He explicitly explains that he's not on crack. He was never on crack. It was not a thing that he did. So throw that out there. But yeah, so Church Kid Stories season 2 coming in May. Please watch. And if you haven't watched the other ones, I mean, it's not, they're only like between 5 and 12 minutes a piece, unless like I'm talking, because like my stories be like, I mean, I just be telling details. Yeah. So it's hard to get So I just like to set it up. You want to set it up. But yeah, so
he's long-winded, and he's long-winded. Everybody, and 50-60% of the long-windedness is you know what I'm saying. Stops and starts, false starts.
You know what I'm saying? that's your thing that you say. Like okay. So yeah. So that's it. Church Stories. Season 1 available on YouTube, Soft Spoken Prophet TV. And while you're there, you can go to there's a Pop Culture Perspective where I opine on various things in the zeitgeist. I'm just saying words now that are. I'm just saying stuff. That was just like what? Like I don't know. Just
really breaking out your double point Scrabble words.
right. You just like things that you hear actors say when they do interviews. And so yeah. So there's that stuff. And that's and there's other shows. Oh yeah, Hit the Rewind. I'm breaking down song lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like me, boy, Diabolical Daredevil of the Double Entendre, aka John Wikipedia, aka the mild-mannered modern-day Marvel of Metaphor. It's on there. You can I don't know, just check it out. We're just kind of hanging out at this point. These guys are tired. I've got work in the morning, but
yeah, me too.
It's gonna be pretty much what it is.
It's a side hustle until
Yeah. Amen.
Until God bless us. But until then, gotta pay the bills, man.
Just watch some episodes. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't do the thing where you don't subscribe or don't like the video, like you think is gonna mess up the things that come into your feed. Like I know that people don't, they don't subscribe and like and comment for that reason. But
they're not big on the algorithms.
But when they say like, share, and subscribe, like it helps us out.
It helps the channel.
It helps. So please go to Soft Spoken Prophet TV on YouTube and just watch the videos. Or do this. Just comment, even if it's just laughing emojis. Or even if you ain't gonna comment, like it. Or if you're not gonna do that, if you're not gonna do that, just put the playlist on. And just let it play like while you sleeping or like while so you doing like random things in the house. Even if you're not listening to it, like you could do that. Leave your phone on that like with the volume down, and you don't even have to listen to the whole thing. For the love of God, like just watch the video.
Yeah. Oh, and the algorithm like negative comments too. So
I mean,
they like negative comments better, but we love positive ones. But if you had negative comments too, cool. We'll take those too because. We just care about the algorithm.
Yeah, I mean, negative comments is cool. If you want to be a jerk, that's fine.
Yeah, like I said, the algorithm loves that; it eats it right up. So.
Yeah. So do that, and we out of here. Season 1's over. Season 2 coming in May. So definitely stay tuned.
You gotta get around because we're live. So you gotta get around and actually turn it off. So
yeah, I'm gonna.
So go ahead and turn it off real quick. He said bye.